The Estwing Camper's Axe is one of those tools that feels solid the moment you pick it up, which is why many outdoor folks keep it as a long-term camp companion. It's made from a single piece of steel, which gives it a steady feel in the hand and removes the worry of a loose head later on. The weight sits in a sweet spot where you can split small logs for a fire or chip away stubborn branches without wearing yourself out. The grip has this shock-reducing handle that cuts down on that sting you usually get when the blade bites into hardwood. I have used it on cold mornings when wood was frozen tight, and the head pushed through without slipping or twisting on impact. It also carries well on a pack since the profile stays slim enough for side straps. If you want a simple axe that works every time without extra fuss, this one earns that trust pretty quick. The Schrade SCAXE2L feels like a tool built for those days when you want something a little stronger than a basic camp hatchet, but still easy to carry. The head has a wide bit that bites clean into wood, which helps when you're breaking down thicker branches for fire prep. The handle stands out right away because it has this rubberized texture that gives you a confident grip even when your hands get wet or muddy. I've used it during light rain, and it stayed steady without sliding around in my palm. The rear of the head has a hammer surface that works well for tapping in tent stakes or cracking open tough bark. The overall length gives you more swing power without making it bulky on a day pack. It comes across as a tool that fits both backyard jobs and deeper woods trips. Now, moving from a survival-focused axe to something shaped more like a true tactical hawk, the next one brings a different feel altogether. The CRKT Kangee T-Hawk brings a sharp attitude right out of the sheath, and it feels like a tool made for folks who want speed and control. The full tang build gives the whole piece a solid, confident feel, while the curved blade shape helps you guide each cut instead of forcing your way through it. The spike on the back has a tight, narrow point that works well for breaking through tough, hard-packed wood or scraping bark for tinder. The handle has a slim shape with textured scales, which keep your grip steady even when your hands get sweaty or dusty on long hikes. I like how easy it swings with one hand, because that makes it convenient for clearing light brush or tapping into small logs without wearing out your arms. It also comes with a fitted sheath that snaps into place fast, which helps when you're on the move. Now that we've seen something built for quick handling, let's jump into a heavier-duty breaching tool next. The Gerber Downrange Tomahawk is one of those tools that feels ready for serious work the second you pick it up. It has a larger axe head with a flat hammer side that gives you enough surface to pound through stubborn material, which makes it feel great for knocking loose old boards or breaking open small blocked paths. What stands out most is the cutout pry bar built right into the handle. That feature gives you a solid leverage point for lifting stuck nails or prying open crates without carrying extra gear. The grip is wrapped in a textured rubber that holds tight even with dirt or gloves involved. The blade isn't overly wide, so your swings stay controlled when you're chopping branches or clearing a spot for camp. The downrange is bigger than a lot of tomahawks, but that size pays off when you need real force. Shifting away from a full breaching tool, the next one brings a more multi-tool feeling. The Freelander Tactical Tomahawk Axe hits that middle spot between a field tool and an everyday outdoor companion. The blade has a clean edge with enough curve to take small chunks out of wood without sticking too deep, which helps when you're trimming firewood or clearing a quick path on the trail. The rear spike adds a bit of attitude, but it actually comes in handy for breaking ice, chipping through thick roots, or loosening packed dirt. The fiberglass handle keeps the weight down, and has a coarse texture that stays firm even when your hands get sweaty. One thing I like is how balanced it feels, because that makes it easier to control your strikes when you're tired at the end of the day. It also includes a nylon sheath that snaps on fast, which is great when you want to keep it on your pack and move quickly. Now let's go from a modern tactical look to something made for old-school camp tasks. The SOG Bushcraft Hatchet brings a classic feel, but keeps enough modern touches to make it a strong pick for camping or long weekends in the woods. The head has a wide bit with a deep wedge, which helps split small logs clean without needing much force. What makes it even more useful is the small hammer pole on the back, which lets you drive tent stakes or knock loose stubborn bark without carrying an extra tool. The handle has a carved shape that fits the hand naturally and gives you control during more careful cuts, like shaving bark to start a fire. I like how it stays steady even when working on damp wood, because the grip texture stops your fingers from sliding. It also includes a simple sheath that covers the edge so you can toss it into a pack safely. And now, shifting from a compact bushcraft hatchet, we move to something with a more Viking-style personality. The CRKT Freyr Tactical Axe brings a classic Norse look, and it comes across as a tool made for wide, clean swings. The head has a long bearded profile, which gives extra cutting surface when you're chopping branches or shaping wood for camp projects. The curve along the lower part lets you choke up close for detail cuts, which is useful when carving stakes or trimming notches for shelters. The handle is made from strong Tennessee hickory, which gives it that warm, natural feel that many outdoor folks enjoy. It absorbs shock nicely, which helps when you're working with harder wood. The axe does carry a bit more weight toward the head, but that helps you power through thicker limbs without straining your wrist. I like how it blends a traditional look with practical cutting power. Now let's move from the traditional wood handle style to something smaller and easier to pack. The SOG Camp Axe feels like a lightweight, pack-friendly tool built for quick tasks around camp. The head has a clean, no-nonsense blade that cuts well through small branches, which makes it great for collecting kindling or clearing low brush around a tent site. The hammer pole on the back is wide enough to drive down tent stakes or crack open firewood chunks without slipping off. The handle is made from glass-reinforced nylon, which keeps the whole thing light, but still strong enough to take steady hits. I like how the textured grip gives you confidence even when your hands are cold or wet, because that matters in early mornings or rainy hikes. It's small enough to strap on the side of a pack without feeling like it slows you down. Now, going from a compact hatchet, we move into something built for both defense and field work. The Cold Steel Trench Hawk brings a tough, tactical feel with a narrow blade on one side and a sharp spike on the other. That setup gives you two cutting styles in one tool. The blade handles small chopping jobs or breaking down firewood, while the spike works well for digging into hard ground, breaking ice, or dealing with thick roots. The handle is made from polypropylene, which helps absorb shock and stands up to rough use without chipping. It's light enough to swing quickly, but it still carries enough headweight to land solid hits. I like how it gives you control during fast swings because the slim handle keeps your hand locked in place. It also comes with a fitted sheath that covers both ends so you can carry it safely. And now, wrapping up with something compact and popular among day hikers, we have our final pick. X7 hatchet has become a go-to tool for folks who want a small, reliable cutter for camping or backyard work. The blade uses a thin grind that slices clean into wood without binding, which helps when you're making kindling or trimming branches for a fire pit. The handle is made from a lightweight composite material, which keeps the weight focused toward the head. That balance gives you more force with less effort, especially during long cutting sessions. I like how the grip has a slight curve that fills the hand well, which keeps it steady even when you're swinging fast. The blade coating also helps reduce friction, so it moves through green wood more easily. It comes with a hard plastic sheath that locks on tight, which is helpful for tossing it into a pack or the back of a truck. And with that, this rounds out our full list.